first time I saw you, I was so nervous to talk. Happened so fast, went from so lonely to falling asleep in your arms. I used to be afraid to fall in love. My past relationship was a disaster, but now I don't care. 'Cause you took my scars, bruises and broken heart, numbed all the pain, show me how.
Oh, good morning, how are we all doing? Warm welcome back to country again. Still on this Craignewer campsite here at Shellings Holidays of Mull. They've been really kind to me. Nice cup of tea. Right, where am I? Regarding my health, I'm not feeling too bad, still a bit tired. We've been here, we're coming into the 6 weeks now, not moving. Amazing, eh? All the years I've been in my van, I've never been this stationary for so long. And on a campsite as well. I've never done campsites, as you know. It's all wild camps for me, and I do really miss it, even though it's been lovely here at this site. Thanks to Anita and everybody here on the site for looking after me. And the locals are absolutely been amazing. They really have been amazing. I was up the shop. I went up the shop on my bike, got my bike out, trying to do a bit more exercising, get a bit fitter, building my strength up slowly. I've listened to all of your advice of not doing anything, not being too strenuous, gentle exercise, relaxing and just chilling out. It's been hard chilling out. It's for someone like me to be still for such a long time. It's been really tough, but the people are lovely. I went down the shop on my bike, I think it was yesterday or the day before, to get a few supplies, and most people know me now. And I was sat in the shop looking at the bread shelf. They run out of bread. I was looking for some rolls or something to buy, and I felt somebody holding my hand. I thought, what the hell? And I looked around and this lady was holding my hand, and she took both hands like that, holding my hand, and says she watches my channel on the local media on the island, and she said that she loves watching my channel and was so sorry what had happened to me, and said that she's praying every day for my health to get recovery. And it brought a tear to my eye. It was a lovely old lady. She was so sweet, really so sweet. She just held my hand, and it was lovely little moments. But I've had plenty of moments like that with the locals. Absolutely amazing. The island of Mull is a stunning place. I'll come back one day, hopefully, if we get fit enough to do these long off-grid winter tours. So we're coming to 6 weeks now. We're on Monday now, Monday or Tuesday I think it is. Friday I've booked the ferry to leave the island because the doctors have said I've got to get back home, as you know, as I said in my other vlogs. I've got to get back home, get some medical attention, because I do have a heart problem apparently. Bradycardia, a muscle problem on my heart, so he says you can't continue your trip on the island, Steve. He says you've got to go home, get into your doctors, get into the cardiac specialist, the heart specialist, and they can review you and see what the future is, and see what this whether this is a major problem. So fingers crossed for that eye. So we'll be leaving soon. Amazing. How long have we been on the island? 5 months have I been on the island now? But a month and a half has been here in this one spot. Crazy thinking back. It all seems like a nightmare looking back, and it seems like yesterday. Even though it's 6 weeks ago now, it seems like yesterday. Anyway, I'm going to show you a video now of a lovely place that I visited. And this was on the day that I had my major trauma, my heart attack. I was trying to find, it was a bit of a trail, I was trying to find a magical place on the island called Tragedy Rock. A really sad story from the 1700s. It's a lovely video. I'll run the video now. I'll pop in now and again during the video and explain what's going on. And it's the actual day that I collapsed on the side of a hill with my heart attack, and I really thought I was going to die. God, it seems like a dream. It really seems like a dream. But anyway, we'll run the VT. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for your support. You've all been overwhelming. The support has been overwhelming. Stop rambling, Stephen. Let's roll this VT. It's a lovely little video. A sad, sad story of this newly married couple back in the 1700s. Run VT. Enjoy. Right, come out of this wee cottage. Lovely. We'll see if we can find this tragedy stone, what they call the tragedy stone. I'll tell you that story when I get there. So sad. So sad. From the 1700s. Right, let's crack on. There I am, waving, the idiot again, and the idiot dog, the Bulgarian nutter. Wow, just walking down this beautiful, look at the cliffs up there, Girbun cliffs, towering up there above me. Wow, got an old post office there, box, and in the middle of nowhere, we've got a telephone box. Well, I've been walking for an hour now, no car or person. Look at these boulders that have rolled off the top of that cliff there over the years and come down and rolled down the mountain in thunder and awe, and just rested, perched on the side. Wow, in years gone by, where they've broken away and just rolled down the mountain. Amazing, eh? And there is one special stone somewhere. If I can find it, I'm having trouble finding it at the moment, but we'll keep looking. And I'm looking for one specific boulder, and I think I've found it. Now it's hard to get any directions for this place. There is a little bit on media about this particular rock, but it's hard to get a location, and I've walked about 2 miles to find this amongst all these millions of boulders falling off the mountain here. And I found it. I'm looking at it there. Wow, I didn't think it was that big. Just give you some perception where we are. This is Girbun Cliffs. It is here behind me, and there it is, the famous, the Couple's Rock, or the Rock of Tragedy. We'll go and tell you the story of this amazing place, the sad, sad story of Girbun Rock, the Tragedy Rock. The Couple's Rock it's called as well. Let's go and have a talk. What a beach. I'll show you this beach. It's bloody glorious. Let's turn you around. Wow. Look at that. Stunning. So it's right opposite this little beach here in Pinnacle. Right, just spin it is. Tragedy Rock. Let's go and have a look. You've got the Girbun Cliffs, and here is the rock. And if it looks like the outer walls of a house dwelling, that's exactly what it is, folks. Apparently, to the story, to the legend. That's the outer building of a wee cottage that once stood here, until this rock came tumbling off the Girbun cliffs up there. It chipped away in a storm, came rolling down the mountain and landed here. Right, I'll just turn the camera around and tell you the story. Right, if I can hold that camera steady, you can see the dwelling there. Apparently back in the 1700s, way back in time, 350 years ago, there's a couple that got engaged here on this remote part of the island. It was even remoter back then in the day. They got married, they had a celebration down at the local parish down the road there. They got married, they had the party as well in the evening. A good old shindig, Scottish shindig, for the betrothal of the two lovers. And the evening came to an end. All the revellers stayed, and there was a storm hacking outside, a hell of a storm were hacking outside. And the couple left. They all said their goodbyes for their first night of bliss, of wedded bliss and matrimony, and they left the party to go to their wee cottage, which is here behind me, guys. This is where their cottage was. They went to the cottage, they settled in for the evening, and all the revellers were still partying, and the storm racked on so badly they realised that it was pretty bad. They heard thunder and rumblings and all sorts going on in the storms, and they came out to the party to find that this rock had come down from the cliffs up there, broken away from a crevice, a nook, smashed away, rolled down the mountain and landed on the cottage there, killing the newly wed couple. Wow, what a story, what a sad, sad story. And there it is, there's a cottage there, guys, where it was, and apparently the couple are still underneath that rock. That is unbelievable, isn't it? That is truly unbelievable. What a sad story, eh? Almost brings a tear to your eye. Tragedy rock. The rock of the couple. Amazing. To think they may be under there. There's no saying whether it's myth or legend. They reckon it's true. And it certainly looks like a cottage, doesn't it? As all the 300 years have gone by now. I'll give you a spin round, and I'll put the story up as well below. There's various stories for this one, but that's the main story. The young married couple came to their first night of marriage bliss and ended in tragedy. What a shame. Just show you a spin round now of this wee place. That's probably the front garden there, and this is where the cottage used to be. Just climb up now, it's probably all changed in the 350 years ago that it happened. Oh, can you imagine that rock tumbling down up from up that mountain there, bouncing over here and landing on the wee house here. We're looking at the rock from behind now, just give you some perspective of how big it is. It's certainly big enough to bury a cottage. Look at that magnificent beach. Wow. Right, hopefully anyone looking for this now, this video will give them a bit more perspective of where exactly it is, because it's hard to find, because there's thousands of boulders along this, trying to find which one it is. And there it is, Tragedy Rock. Right, got to get back to Christine. Lovely jubbly. This is where the garden used to be. No wonder they wanted a cottage here with that view, but they paid the price, the ultimate price of losing their lives in this, what was back then a barren, bleak, hard wilderness to live in. And there it is, Tragedy Rock. A bit more of a garden out the front here as well. You can see the remains of a garden kind of thing. Something going on here. Maybe there's a structure there as well. Right, we'll leave Tragedy Rock and the young couple. At least they're together forever, which is a lovely thought. They're together forever. And hopefully they were in each other's arms when this all happened. That rock came tumbling down. Here at Girbun Cliffs. How sweet, eh? And how sad. Right, let's get back to Christine because I'm freezing cold. Right, back at you again, just an interlude into the video just to let you know what's going on here. The actual filming comes to a sudden end at that point of viewing that beautiful Tragedy Rock and the sad, sad story of that couple. Moments after doing that clip, I had a sharp pain in my chest. My hand started to hurt, my arm started to hurt, and within a couple of minutes I dropped to my knees to the floor. in absolute agony in my chest. I was sweating profusely. This just happened completely out of the blue. As you can see on the video, I looked okay, I looked fine up until that moment, and I just, like, lightning struck me. A bolt of lightning come out of the sky and knocked me down to my feet. I was on this craggy outcrop by the Tragedy Rock. I went down on my knees, and I really thought, my God, what's going on? I had some idea it was cardiac, something to do with my heart, and I really thought, I felt sick as well. I felt really, really sick and hot and bothered, and an impending doom come over my whole being, my soul and everything. I really thought I was going to die that moment. After about 2 minutes of laying on the rock in the mud, I managed to get to my feet again, and I thought, I've got to get back to Christine. But my first point, my first objective was get back to the road down below me, about half a mile off this ridge. I thought, if I get on the road and I go down, this guy's having a cough, if I get on the road and go down, die or whatever, at least someone will find my body. It's funny what you think of when you're going through this. Anyway, coming down off this crag, I went down about 5-6 times. It's only about half a mile, but I went down 5, 6, 7 times, crunching my knees on my bloody elbows and into the bloody crags of the rocks on the side of this hill. And it was awful, it was awful. Every time I stood up, I just went again. I went giddy and the pain increased, and I went down again, just collapsed totally. Rested for a minute or so, got back up, tried a few more steps. Anyway, I got to the road, I thought, right, onto the road. Now my next objective is to get back to Christine. That was the first priority mark. I've got to get back to Christine. For some reason, Christine's my home and everything. I thought, if I get back to Christine, there'll be some sort of, I don't know, sanctuary or something. And I was trying to walk along the road, about another mile on the road now to the Christine. And every 4 or 5 steps I went down. And it got to the point where I thought, this is it, it's all over, I'm finished. I did mention this in a few of the videos past. I thought I was dying, and the first thing that came to my mind lying down in the road, there's no traffic, there's remote part of the island, the western side, the most remotest part of the island, the worst place something like this could happen. First thing on my mind, I thought, my dog, if I die, my dog's going to be roaming wild. So somehow I tied the dog's leash to my wrist, tied it round my wrist and put a knot in it. And I thought, if I go down and die here, at least Sky won't be roaming the glens and the mountains. And, you know, eventually dying on her own. At least someone finds me on the side of the road dead, Sky will be all right. That was the first thing on my mind. And the second thing that ran from my mind was my children, Lisa, Stephen, Kirsty. Oh my God, what will they think if they get a phone call that I'm gone? Funny things run through your mind, really. And I was in absolute agony as well. Anyway, it's about another mile to the van. I did get back to the van. So, I mean, it was only perhaps 2 miles, a mile off the creek down to the road, then a mile on the road to Christine. It's only 2 miles. It must have took me well over an hour to get back, because every 10-step basis I went down. I was down for a few minutes before I could get back up again. Another 10. It was horrendous. It was horrendous. I really thought I was going. Anyway, we got back to the van, and I parked up somewhere, and I thought, great, I'm back in Christine. I'll just relax, I'll just chill out, try and get through this pain. And I just lay down on the bed, and I don't know whether I blacked out or what. I don't know what happened. It's all a complete blur. I just don't know what happened. I was still in lots of pain. And the next thing I knew, it was morning. It was the next day. and I woke up. I still had a pain. It wasn't so bad now. It had calmed down quite a bit, but the pain was still there. I was struggling to breathe. I still had the needles and pins in my fingers. My arm still hurt. I was still sweating, but the pain had decreased quite a bit. And that's when I picked up the phone and phoned the emergency hospital here at Craignure, where I'm at now. And they said they'd get an ambulance out. I said, no, I'm not leaving the van where this is. I'll come to you. I was on the other side of the island, about 30, 40 miles away. No, I'll drive. She said, no, we'll get. I said, no, I'll drive. I'm not leaving my van here. I'm not leaving my dog. I'll come to you. And I drove over to the medical centre. So it was well over 24 hours by the time I got medical attention. And as soon as they saw me, as you've seen in the videos past, they organised an helicopter airlift. They gave me sedatives and various drugs and whatever, morphine or whatever, to get rid of the pain. And within a few minutes I was in a helicopter and on my way to Glasgow, airlifted off the island on the way to Glasgow in the helicopter. Now I was quite conscious at this stage now, because they give me morphine and meds and everything to calm me down. So you know, I was quite alert what was going on. I still felt really poorly, but they look after me. The emergency helicopter, the charity helicopter, amazing. I'll talk about them a bit more later. But anyway, so that's what happened. Tragedy Rock on the Isle of Mull is where I nearly lost my life. Anyway, I'll show you some clips now of what followed after being airlifted and going to the hospital here at Craignure, then going in the helicopter. Cheers, guys. Right, here I am at Craignure Medical Centre on the Isle of Mull. Within a few minutes they'd filled me full of meds and morphine and whatever, and now they're shipping me out of the community hospital here on the island, getting me into the ambulance. This all happened within about half an hour of arriving, because it was an emergency. We're just going over to the heliport now. Now the helicopters here, the emergency helicopters, are a charity organisation, which is absolutely amazing to think this is run by a charity, and these guys basically saved my life. Here I am getting into the helicopter. I'm not in so much pain now at the moment because I'm full of meds, and I'm able to film a little bit of the journey across, which is about 100 miles from the Isle of Mull, over the seas to mainland Scotland, and then down to Glasgow to the I think it's the I can't remember the name of the hospital now, but here we are, the pilots are just coming in. Yes, the Scottish charity air ambulance is all run by raised funds. I will put a link into the a charity, the SCAA, and here we are being lifted off. An helicopter ride, blimey. It was a very tiny helicopter, to say the least, and it was quite bumpy. They do get bounced about a bit, these small helicopters. And there we go, leaving the island. There's the pilots, and away we go off the Isle of Mull on the 100-mile trip over to Glasgow. And it was pretty spectacular views in the helicopter. But I didn't know quite where I was. I didn't know what was going on, but I managed to do some filming, because obviously I was pumped up with bloody drugs by this time. The filming is a bit up and down, but away we went. Some spectacular views up here. Looking back now, it's all a bit of a blur. I can't remember half of this, what was going on here, folks. But we did manage to get some filming done. Here we go. I don't look well there at all, but so it was a bit rocky going over the mountains in this small little copter. But here we go, just having a bit of doze there. All the medical staff in the helicopter, the charity helicopter, Scotland, looking after me. What an amazing job these guys do. And here we are coming into the mainland Scotland now. We will soon be dropping down to Glasgow and to the hospital, so we can go. I don't remember anything, and I don't even remember filming this, to be honest. It was all on my iPhone. I think the medical staff did a bit of filming for me as well. And here we are now, dropping down into Glasgow, and there's the hospital down there at Glasgow. Blimey, eh? Looking back at this, I thought, what a bloody drama. Out of the blue, 1 minute I'm loving life and enjoying life, the next minute fighting for my bloody life. But I was in good hands now. We was coming into the cardiac centre, cardiac specialist hospital here in Glasgow. Here we are, just dropping down. The staff will take me now to the into the hospital where they'll sort me out. I actually ended up in the hospital for over a week. Apparently these procedures, the stent fittings after a heart attack, usually take a couple of days, but we did have major problems. I had to have 2 operations in the end because I had problems with my temperature. They couldn't understand why my temperatures were so high. They kept cancelling the actual second operation, but we got it done. This hospital, that's my heart beating there on the monitor. Oh, there's my heart, blimey O'Reilly, my heart pumping away. So these guys, they're absolutely amazing. Here we are now in the hospital, going down to the theatre for the first time. Have the first stents fitted. Stuck in a station in the middle of bloody nowhere. God knows where the fecking I am. It's freezing fecking cold. I'm dizzy to the bone. I feel like I'm going to bloody pass out any minute. I can't bloody stand up now. It's a bloody sit down. The train's gone the wrong way. I've had to come off the train. I've got to go back to where I was again. Back to Dumbarton Central. And the train out to Oban is not till bloody 5 o'clock. Oh, fucking hell. I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm in the pickle a bit, so I have to work up times out. Because the last ferry to Oban, I missed the last ferry to Oban after all this. Oh, what a dilemma. Why has the hospital done this to me? I've been so good. Absolutely stupid, I could bloody die here. After several hours I managed to get on the right train to Oban. It took a few hours to get to Oban, and sadly by the time I got there the last ferry had gone. So I was stranded in Oban, walking the streets. I managed to find a hotel, which was a fortune, without breakfast. But you have to do what you have to do. And the next day I got managed to get booked onto the ferry as a foot passenger, and we went across and left Oban and headed for the Isle of Mull. Here I am. At this point I'm really struggling, gasping for breath every few minutes and having to rest. I was really struggling. I felt so fatigued and tired, but at last we was on our way back to the island and to Christine and me pooch. Lovely. Well, after a day and a half trek, we're back on the Isle of Mull. Right, let's find Christine. Hope she's still there. We're getting Sky tomorrow. I need to settle in, get the van warm, get some supplies, get ready for recuperation and rest for a month or so. Right, let's crack on. Catch you later. Oh, absolutely. I can see Christine. I can see Christine. I've been away from her for over a week. First time in 4.5, 5 years. Here she is. Stood outside the hospital. Just hope she starts. Oh, let's get in her. Let's go see the guys in the hospital first. Get my keys. Get in Christine. Get her some supplies. There's a camp just around the corner which I'm going to stay in. I've been there before. Oh my. Oh, what an epic pilgrimage that was from Glasgow to here to get back. Wow, I wouldn't wish that on anyone, especially my state of health at the moment. I'm just totally exhausted. Blimey. Oh, it's Christine. Christine, where's my dog? Where's Sky? Well, there you go. That was nearly 6 weeks ago. Oh, it all seems like a bloody nightmare. And it feels like it happened yesterday. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll continue with the videos. I've got a couple of backlog videos to do. I will do the trip off the island as well. We'll get that video. I want to pop into Talbot, say goodbye to a couple of the islanders there and say me goodbye to the island. And sadly, we've got to leave. But we've got to sort our health out. Got to leave and get back to Norwich. 600-mile trip coming up. Not looking forward to that at all, but I'll take my time. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for your support. Watching all these damn videos the last 5-6 weeks. I'm sorry about that, but hopefully we can perk ourselves up and get back to the happy days again, travelling in Christine. Right, till the next video, when we leave the beautiful island of Mull. Cut short, but it's got to be done. Love you all. Thanks for your support. You all stay cozy. Catch you later. Bye, mate. What a story.